there's a celebrity in the kitchen.
It's Celebrity Season on Creative Cooking. Now, let's look in on today's celebrity guest.
She is Karelle Jones, and we know the name is synonymous with fitness and cheerleading. So good to have you on the program.
Yes, I'm going to give you a workout today.
Yes, I need it. I need it. I need it. No, I mean, you are slim and you are trim. I hear you're coming down from about...
I weighed 180 pounds when I was in high school, even though I was fairly active. But, you know, I grew up in Canada. I was born in Jamaica, but I grew up in Canada. You know, it's always cold, so we always have on clothes. So you didn't really notice it. So it wasn't really till I went to college. I went to college in California, and that's when all summer and always hot. And of course it was around the 80s during the Jane Fonda era. So exercise became something I started to do, and just, you know, just to try and lose some of the weight and look more, you know, even though I felt I was fit, but just to look the part. And then I started exercising. I started going to a gym. I was in the back. And then I started doing aerobic classes, moved to the middle, and then I went to the front. And then one day the instructor just didn't show up, and they said, "Karelle, you know the classes, go up and teach." And that was it.
That was it.
Yep, I just caught the bug.
What are you cooking for us today?
I am cooking a healthy stew peas. We're going to be using, instead of the traditional beef and pig stale, we're going to be we're going to be using tofu. By the time we marinate it and get it all done, it's going to taste just like the regular. So we're going to use our soy sauce, and we're going to use a little bit of garlic.
You want me to heat this pan for you?
Sure, yes. We want to make sure that we heat the pan so it's very, very hot.
Yes. What's that, ginger?
Yep, we're going to put ginger.
About a tablespoon,
yes, and I don't particularly use salt.
So it's optional.
So it's optional, especially persons with diabetes or hypertension. Let me also tell you about the tofu. Sometimes it's very soft when you get it, and it's hard to manage. So you want to make sure that you cut it up into small cubes like we've done here, and then we're good to go.
I could cover this and put it in the refrigerator.
Thank you very much. Okay, so now we're going to start. First thing we're going to do is we are going to pressure our peas. Make sure that we add some pimento and some garlic.
All of about 5 cloves of garlic there.
Yes, and of course
a piece of
ginger in it as well. We put our cover on.
How long?
About 15 to 20 minutes.
Okay,
about 15 to 20 minutes is good, and then you can take it off the pressure cooker. While we are doing that, we're going to fry our
But you had some
tofu.
Marinating before,
yes,
right?
we had some marinating already.
Okay.
I heard the noise of our frying pan, so I know the oil is nice and hot. So we're going to put in our marinated tofu. But you want to make sure that you get it to a nice golden brown. And tofu doesn't take long either, so you don't have to leave it in there for a long period of time. You just want to make sure that it's nice and golden brown on all sides.
Okay, while that is being fried, I want to ask you, what is the biggest challenge for people who, when they want to lose weight?
Well, there are 2 challenges.
What are they?
Because, of course, eating healthy and exercise go hand in hand. So those are our 2 challenges primarily, because a lot of times we do one without the other, or we don't do both of them very well.
And we say we don't have any time. How is the time factor?
Exactly. And even with people that say they don't have any time, I always tell them you have to make the time.
You could show us something in the kitchen. Girl, show me something.
Oh, yes, just put me on the spot, Mazie. I love it. But I'm always available and willing to show people, because it's very important. They even approach me on the street, and I sometimes even stop in the middle of the road and show them exercises.
What
So
can
lie
you
down
show
on the
me
ground.
now?
Sure. All right. Well, you can see, right?
Okay.
A lot of people, main areas, their abdominals,
Yes.
and most women, their buttocks.
Okay.
They want to get it nice and tight and their
Yes.
stomach nice and flat. So even when we're doing when we're right at the kitchen, we have our kitchen counter. We can even use the kitchen counter.
Okay.
Make sure that our our arms are shoulder width apart, and we just keep our stomach nice and tight at all times. It's very important, even when you're cooking. Anything you're doing to make sure that you keep your stomach muscles tight, and you'll see you train them, that eventually they will always stay strong and tight. We don't always want to be relaxed and
I'm doing a good job here, I think.
You are, yes, just squeeze it in. Yes. So we'll just put our hands here, and we can easily just squat down.
You want me to do that too?
Yes, I do want you to do that.
All right, let's just do it together.
Ready? Let's go. On 1, 2, 3. Ready? Down and squeeze up. That's right. Come on. Down. That's it.
Oh, have their arms outstretched.
Right. It's very
right,
important.
Okay.
This helps for stability. You want to make sure that you're nice and tight. You do like 15 or 20 reps of those.
And you have exercised.
And you've exercised.
Oh, these are...
Woo! Yeah, this is looking ready. We don't want it to burn. These are looking quite ready. Yes. My other love is cheerleading.
Okay.
And cheerleading has really developed in Jamaica. I am so pleased and proud.
Schools are very involved.
Yes, they're very involved and they're very excited. We're actually having a Caribbean cheerleading competition this year in Jamaica, the first ever in July. We have about 6 countries coming, Caribbean countries coming to compete against Jamaica. So
you pressure cook the peas for 15-20 minutes thereabouts.
That's right.
Allowed it to cool.
Most definitely.
Kitchen, right? Yeah. And see the peas. Well, let's look at the peas. They're tender, right?
They should be quite.
Yes. They're done,
oh, they're done and they are ready.
Ready to go from here now.
Okay. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to add our coconut milk.
1 cup of coconut milk.
Still keeping that wonderful
creamy,
flavor. And we're also going to make sure that we put in our spinners now. Now, our spinners with healthy stew peas is going to be a whole wheat. Yes, whole wheat spinners. And you don't want to put, I don't like my spinners too thick, so I do them nice and thin, and I just drop them in. So we're just going to let that now
simmer.
Yes. Okay. We're going to add our seasonings. I like to put in my scallion whole, right? Easier to take them out when they're finished. Nice. So I put in sometimes 2, sometimes 3, right? And of course my thyme, put that in there. Nice onions, very important. We're gonna put a little
Scotch bonnet pepper.
Right, and of course we put a nice big one in there also.
Whole one, so that's about a half teaspoon of chopped Scotch bonnet pepper.
And we'll put a whole one in there to keep that flavor. Oh, it's just wonderful. And then we use a separate cover. We don't use our pressure cooker cover.
Yes, because the heat will damage the rubber. The rubber, right?
Yes, so we make sure we put a cover on and we just wait.
Karelle, the stew peas is ready, you know.
Smelling good?
I can smell it. Can I take off the lid?
Yes, please do, because we're going to add in our oh man. We're going to add in our tofu now.
Yes.
And we are going to just mix it in. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at those spinners. Don't they look great?
Wow.
So we can get ready to serve.
And you need my help?
Yes, sure. Okay. You may do the honors. That's good. Portions, remember your portion sizes.
Yes, we have to emphasize that.
Very important. Yes. Oh.
And we want to emphasize that we don't have to put salt in this.
No, you don't.
We really need to limit the salt intake, yeah?
And look at that.
Wow. This looks, you did some wild rice, right?
Yes, we did some wild rice as well.
Thanks for coming and sharing.
Oh, you are more than welcome.
When can I invite you to come back?
Oh, whenever you ask me, I will be here.
The next time we have to do some cheerleading, right?
Oh, yeah.
Thanks again. It was our pleasure having you on the program.
Definitely. Thank you.
Hope you enjoyed the show and that you'll look in every Tuesday and Friday evening at 7:50 p.m. on CVM TV as our Jamaican celebrities show off their culinary skills on Creative Cooking.